Okay, good afternoon Year 8s. This is a YouTube video to show you how to use some more of the advanced techniques within spreadsheets. So today, first of all, we are going to look at using an absolute cell reference. Okay, as you can see on my screen, this is what you've been using. Okay, so if you take the time now, I'll give you about 15 seconds to pull up your work. So you should have your weekly wages spreadsheet that you copied. It doesn't matter if you don't have column I filled in at the moment. We will look at that together in a second anyway. So if you pull that up now, I'll just give you about 20 seconds to do that. Okay, so you should have your spreadsheet up. Okay, you can just put that in the background for now and just keep pausing the video anytime that you want to amend or trial out anything that I show you on the screen. Okay, so as you can see, I've highlighted row 10. Okay, and we're going to be looking at the cell reference I or 10I or I10. Okay, so as you can see here, if you look at the formula box, you can see what formula I've used to calculate Monday to Friday wages. And it looks like it's taking into account H10 times by C4. And you can see that it has little dollar signs between C and 4. Okay, so this is what we're going to look at today. This is part of a absolute cell reference. Okay, so if I just show you what you have been doing or what you probably would usually do to calculate this. So your equals, and you can do your Monday to Friday rate, so your hourly rate, which is C4, times by, say 34 for Ben, which is H11. And if you just click on that, it gives you the amount that Ben would have worked for 34 hours across Monday to Friday. Okay, so now an easy way to do that is to copy this cell is to just drag it down. Okay, so if you just click on the corner, drag it down, you can see that there are some issues, okay, with that dragging down process. Okay, so it might be because the values, if you can see, the cell has shifted. So now they're looking at this one here, which is going to be C8. So for some reason, it's no longer C4 that we're looking at, it's now C8. Again, if you look here, it's C9. So the cell itself has shifted down each time. Okay, and essentially an absolute cell reference should stop that from happening. So if we go back and we do our equals, and we take, for example, our hours first, timesing by our hourly rate. But before we put our hourly rate, we fill this in with the dollar sign. So the dollar, and then we use C because we're looking at C4 here, and then the dollar sign between the number. Okay, and it highlights the cell, okay, to show that we've selected this particular cell. And then if you enter, it gives us the same value as it had before. And if we do the same thing by dragging it down, you can see that in actual fact C4 hasn't changed at all. The cell has completely stayed the same. Okay, so when the formula is replicated almost, it always stays within the same cell that we want it to when we when we add in the dollar signs. Okay, so that is an absolute or relative cell reference. Okay, so it won't change the reference of this cell that we want it to. Okay, so that's the end of the video. What I'd like you to do now, if you need to play this again, do so, but I would like you to have a go at that. So take all your information out of column I, start on I-10 using absolute cell references like I have done for C4. Calculate the wages. When you've done that, put your hand up and print out your work. Okay, goodbye.